In Italy, the noodle is the most important element of a pasta dish, not the sauce. It's important you take a couple of things into account so your pasta is perfect every time. You'll want to use regular all-purpose, Italian tipo 00, or bread flour. Hard semolina flour is used for factory-made dried spaghetti and macaroni pasta. Softer flour makes a more tender pasta. When you're making them yourself, you can experiment with ingredients. Keep in mind that flours other than wheat flour don't form much gluten, so they should be mixed with some wheat flour. Pasta is made in hundreds of shapes and sizes. Each shape is appropriate for different preparations because of the way different kinds of sauce cling to them or the way their textures complement the texture of the topping. To start, mound flour on a work surface and make a well in the center. Add eggs, oil, and salt. Now, working from the center outward, gradually mix the flour into the eggs to make a dough, incorporating more flour as you form a mass. When it is firm enough to knead, begin kneading the dough gradually. If the dough is still sticky when all the flour is incorporated, add a little more flour. Knead well for at least 15 minutes. As the dough comes together, you want to press it with the heel of your hand, turn it, fold it, and press in. Turn it 90 degrees, fold it, press in. Turn it 90 degrees, fold it, press in. When finished, cover the dough and let it rest at room temperature for at least 30 minutes. The longer, the better. This is a very important step in the process of making pasta. While the dough rests, the starch molecules in the flour are absorbing the liquid in the dough, and any gluten formed during the mixing of the dough is getting time to relax so that it becomes more elastic and easier to roll out. After resting, cut the dough in half. Using a rolling pin, roll the dough into thin sheets. Be sure to use extra flour on the work surface, rolling pin, and dust the dough lightly to prevent sticking. Continue rolling out until the dough is as thin as desired. This process can also be done with a pasta machine. We'll cut our dough in half just to make it a more manageable amount to roll out. We'll press it a little bit to make the rolling start a little bit easier. A little flour on our rolling pin. Here we go. The thickness you're going to roll out to is going to vary depending on the final pasta shape that you want to use. If you're doing a long, thin noodle like spaghetti or fettuccine, you can roll the dough until it's almost translucent. If you're going to do a folded pasta like a ravioli or a tortellini, remember that you're going to be doubling it up when you fold it in half, So you want to roll it out even thinner than that. Before we cut the pasta, we want to think about the final length of the noodle that we're going to be using, right? So we'll cut this in half. And that will give us the length of pasta that we want. Then, instead of trying to cut straight lines, we'll make it easier on ourselves by folding the pasta. We've got it well floured so it's not going to stick together, and we'll make our cuts. We want to be as consistent as possible with this, but if they're not exactly perfect, that's okay. Because we made this by hand, it wasn't made by a machine, so it should look like it was made by hand. Now, pull your noodles apart, hit them with a little more flour so that those cut edges don't stick together. Now that we've got our pasta cut, we've got a pot of water at a rolling boil. We're gonna salt it liberally. This is our chance to get seasoning into the pasta. Noodles go in. As soon as the water comes back to a boil, they're gonna be in there for no longer than 60 seconds. We'll cut the heat. Let it drain. Don't worry if we get a little pasta water in there. That starch from the pasta will also help thicken the sauce a little bit. It'll also add a little bit of that salt that we put in there for some seasoning. The pasta will finish in this sauce. We'll toss it in there. And again, we'll go straight from the pan to a bowl ready to go. We'll garnish with a little Parmesan cheese. And there you have it. Fresh pasta in particular cooks so quickly, there is little reason to cook it in advance. I hope you're feeling good about your pasta making skills. Freshly made pasta is a very useful tool for a chef to have and can make an incredible addition to any menu.